How's it going, everyone? So today we're going to be doing an install of a backup camera that works on literally any car. It should only take about 5 minutes to install. This is from FenSens. If you guys are interested in this product, feel free to check out the link at the top of the description box. But today we're going to be unboxing it and of course installing it on my 2003 Saab 9-3. So we're going to go ahead and start just sliding it out right here. Pop this open. Just have some basic instructions right here on it. And then of course you have more detailed instruction book. You have a little button, it looks like. This button, we'll see what we do with this here in a minute. And then you have in here, you have a couple Allen wrenches. You also have a lot of hardware, pretty much all of it you probably shouldn't need. And then a charging cable for the license plate frame itself. Now, this license plate frame is pretty cool. It's a very intuitive design, I think. So this is a 1080p camera right here. Of course, it functions as a backup camera, and in a way it can also function as a rear dash cam, I guess, as well. But it's solar powered, oddly enough, right down here. So of course it's just going to sit on your car like that. There's a power button down here. So before you go ahead and install this, make sure you charge it. I've already charged it actually charged it overnight, but shouldn't take nearly that long to charge. It's just a little USB-C right in there. After you do that, you're ready to install it. So let's head out to the car. So I figure in the true spirit of this video and install, I will use the Allen key wrench, whatever, provided by FenSens, because why not? So you'll notice that because I have the design of my trunk in a lot of cars' trunks, there's a button for the trunk right here. And when you put this here, you know, with your normal license plate and license plate frame, it's not going to be in the way. But because this one is much thicker and it has a camera, it blocks this button. So what you have the option to do with FenSens is you can pretty much flip these little clips around if you want, and then it'll allow you to pretty much lower it probably about that much, and you can slide your finger in there. On my car though, it doesn't necessarily matter, because when I pop the trunk, it pops it open a little bit automatically, and then I can just lift up the rest of the way. So I don't really care, but that's an option that you of course have if you want to. So of course we're just going to put our license plate back in, line up the holes, just get started. Now, one of the downsides of this, most people probably don't care, but if you ever notice, sometimes if you shut your trunk and it like makes like a noise, like the license plate sound like metal against metal, that's probably because you only have 2 screws in your license plate, so the license plate will slam against the trunk, which it's not like it causes any damage, but it's just an annoying noise. So that's, I guess, one of the downsides that'll be with this, if that's really even a downside. Most people probably don't even care. There you have it. That was pretty simple to install. I've had the camera rolling for less than 4 minutes in one continuous clip here, so that just goes to show how little time it takes. And for what it is, it looks pretty subtle. I like that it's black. You know, you can obviously tell what it is because you've been staring at it, but if you just kind of come here, I mean, from a normal distance, it looks just like a normal license plate frame. So now we've got to download an app on our phone, hook up that button, and after that we got to figure out how we can get the camera to actually work. So the app that you're going to need to download is called FenSens, believe it or not. If you just search FenSens in the App Store, it's literally the only thing that's going to come up, so can't really mess that up. Now, when you open the app, you're going to make an account, pretty simple, basic stuff, and then you're going to get a home screen like this. So we're going to go to Camera, Add Camera, Start Setup. You're going to want to make sure that the camera itself is on. Again, remember where that power button is. So it's just a weird one. This is all in the instruction booklet. I'm just following that and the instructions on the app step by step. So it looks like I'm connected. Am I connected? I am. Nope. So even though it says no internet connection, it's not a Wi-Fi network. It's just... Oh, wow. And there you have it. You can see the Turbo X right there. Let's turn it sideways. Pretty cool. So you can see it's in pretty good quality. What I'm gonna do now is, I guess, maybe simulate parking a little bit. So let's go ahead, there goes something in the background. Now what I'd recommend doing for this probably, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you already have phone mounts, but if you don't have a phone mount, I would probably consider getting one. And of course they send you this little button with some double-sided tape, and this is supposed to be a way to quickly get the camera on and open up the app. So wherever you want to stick that, maybe like right there, that might be a good idea, or just somewhere where, you know, it's maybe not in the way, but you have some space for it. But with that being said, let's go test this thing out, see how well it actually works. So the camera took about 5 seconds to load when I just pulled it up right there. I'm currently obviously in a parking lot of a park, so there's not many cars here, but you can see, I'm gonna try and reduce the glare as much as I can. You can see that there's like these rough guidelines right here that kind of just extend into the sky. Okay, so we're just gonna watch out here, kind of back up slowly into this spot. I am also looking behind me. You can see that there's just a tiny bit of lag with the camera here. The lag is definitely a little bit confusing. That was my first go around doing that, and while I parked in this spot just about perfectly, the lag did kind of mess with me a little bit there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull forward here. And we're gonna do a go around, do this again. I'll just drive around the parking lot here so we can see. It doesn't, I mean, see, like I said, it kind of also can serve as a reverse dash cam, or I guess a behind you dash cam, which is nice. So here I'm just gonna pull into a spot normally, and then we'll use it like we're backing out of a parking spot. Of course, this would be useful, you know, when you're backing out of maybe a busy parking lot. You might not have great visibility to either side. You can see it's a wide angle, so this is a pretty narrow parking lot, but there's plenty of, you know, that truck is about 6 or 7 spots over, and it's probably about 10 feet. The back of the truck is probably about 20 feet or so behind the back of my car where the camera is sitting. So it's a pretty wide angle, and you can see it fits on the screen there. So I'm just gonna back out with my ass towards this CRV here. You can see I've got a curb I'm looking out for. I don't know, I feel like I'm explaining like how to back out of a parking spot right now. It feels really juvenile, like I shouldn't be doing that. But you can see it looks like it's having a little bit of an issue with the connection. If I'm being completely honest, like it lags a little bit, but you're really only using it for that 5 seconds or so there. But it'll definitely help you out if you're looking, you know, if you live in a tight area, like for New York City, for example, you park on the street, it's really gonna help you improve your visibility when you're parking behind you. And quite frankly, I think it's a little cool to just have it up while you're driving. It can also help you identify if someone's tailgating you pretty close. It's not, of course, supposed to be used for this purpose, but you know, it is what it is. I also feel like with the wide angle, it makes it look like I'm going a lot faster than I actually am right now. So I'm only doing about 45, and it looks like I'm doing about 70. But with that being said, that's it for today. If you guys are interested in this product, once again, check out FenSens, top link in the description of this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you think it's a good product, leave your feedback down below in the comments. I'll see you all next time.